boys and girls, and welcome to one of the final Art with Miss Taub videos. I'm super duper impressed with the amount of artwork that you've been showing me and the amount of work that you've been doing for your classes. It is really awesome that you guys are really committed to learning, and I wanted to thank you for keeping up with all of my awesome art projects and for sending me pictures, because it really brightens my day when I get to see what you've created. That being said, I really miss you guys, and even though this weather is starting to get really beautiful, I really appreciate that you are still doing all of your art projects and all of your assignments for your regular classes as well. This week, we are talking about museums. Have any of you guys ever been to a museum? There are tons of museums all around, and there's a lot in Philadelphia. And I'm going to talk a little bit about those later. But first I want to explain to you what is a museum. A museum is a building that holds a collection of objects. Now, it might not be art objects or paintings, but it could be nature objects or stones or history objects. Usually it revolves around art, science, and history, but my favorite type of museum is definitely the art museum. In many museums, you're not allowed to touch anything. You're not allowed to touch the paintings because they might be very old and very delicate or breakable. But in some museums, you are allowed to touch them. There is actually a museum called the Please Touch Museum where they want you to play with the objects that are in there. There's also a museum that I recently went to right before distance learning, and it is called Wonder Spaces. And Wonder Spaces just opened up in Philadelphia this year, and it has interactive contemporary art. What does that mean? Interactive means that you're allowed to kind of go through or touch or feel or visualize the artwork that's there. It is child friendly, and it is so much fun. I had a really good time. So I think that if and when this social distancing is lifted and we don't have to worry about catching a deadly virus, you should definitely check out Wonder Spaces in Philadelphia. Another one of my favorite spots in Philly is the Franklin Institute. I bet you guys have been to the Franklin Institute before. This museum is a Please Touch museum because they want you to explore all of the science exhibits that they have to learn new things. That's really what museums are all about, is learning about the objects that are inside, whether it might be about the arts or how the heart pumps. Museums are there to educate and help us learn. This week we are talking about the Getty Museum. The Getty Museum is located in Los Angeles, California, on the other side of the country. And what the Getty Museum has started is during this social distancing time around, I think, the end of March, they set out a challenge for everybody to create something. Are you ready for their challenge? What they want you to do is to go onto the Getty Museum website or any website where you can find a work of art. That work of art could be a photograph, it could be a painting, it could be a sculpture. It's really up to you. But what you need to keep in mind is that you are recreating that work of art. What does it mean to recreate? To recreate something means you are going to reimagine it in your own way and make your own version of that image. So what that means is that you can use clothing, you can use yourself or your family members as models, you can use your pets, you could use food, you could use nature, you could use your toys. Anything that you can really imagine can be used to recreate the picture that you see. Now, what I would like for you to do is take a picture of your recreation, and then if you wanted to post it on for yourself, if you hashtag Getty Museum Challenge, you will see a ton of different examples of all of these amazing artworks that people around the world are making. And that's kind of why I wanted to take part in this as one of our last art assignments. And I wanted to be a part of this appreciation for the museums and how they help us learn. So I can't wait to see what you do. I have posted a link down below of a few examples. You can also Google Art Museum Challenge, Getty Museum Challenge to find some awesome examples. There are tons of ideas on the internet, and I cannot wait to see all of the amazing art you decide that you want to recreate. I miss you guys, I love you guys, and thank you so much for participating and supporting the arts. Bye! I went researching and I found this painting. It's called Pictura, an allegory of a painting. It is by Frans van Meers the Elder from 1661, and then I went searching for all these awesome props. So I found this beautiful blue scarf that I'm going to wear. I don't have a gold chain, but I have a gold scarf. A paint palette, a mask, a statue, and even some paintbrushes. So here we go.